It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Commanders and the Giants on Monday night.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they enter play here. The streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11-0. On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And we are underway on a Monday night. Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tonyan. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call.
I don't know what the heck.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Throwing now is Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now,
and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. The sack will push him back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on 1st and goal.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 7th play coming now on this opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. Now Murray. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. This is a nice little stretch he's putting together. Remember, 3 sacks last week.
And now he's off to the races in this game because he thinks, okay, that's the start of something big because he's in a zone. He's locked in. So offensively, you've got to occupy him. Maybe even run the ball at him as opposed to passing it so he can't just pin his ears back and rush the quarterback.
And his kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
On 2nd and 2, Mahomes. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Touchdown! Jameson Williams. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. But one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the 44, Mahomes looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From midfield, here's Mahomes. There's Chris Olave. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
The option to give to Taylor here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Olave over the middle. And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit in the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Robinson. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. They'll look to run with Taylor, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Holding, offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Carlson able to put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
From the 6. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And that's incomplete. These two teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Murray. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded at about the 28. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complementary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Taylor. A little juke. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Jamison Williams with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now out come the Giants. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On the counter, this is Robinson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Robinson with another carry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Murray. On the move to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Murray. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. To throw is Murray. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Running left, Taylor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this down to Taylor, and he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Completes it to and he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well. So now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
First down, Murray. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And his throw here's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Murray now. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
And he's made the most of it to this point. 76 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He completes it to Olave. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. A give for Taylor running right side. He'll get this down to the 38. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this one is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Juwan Johnson, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. That time a 6-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Robinson at the middle. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On 2nd and 9. Murray, he's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now Murray throws this one right side to Pascal. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Throwing now is Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He gets this one to Johnson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards there at a Washington first.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now it's Mahomes again. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st down, Mahomes. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense. as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Mahomes' throw caught by Olave. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. He'll get that one to Taylor complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Mahomes. Olave over the middle. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the 1st half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the visiting Browns who were able to steal one on the road. Lamar Jackson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Tua Tagovailoa, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Justin Fields leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that 1st half for the Giants. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for Washington, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the 3rd quarter. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 94 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he will find his man Samuel. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
To the right side, this is Taylor. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes over the middle, complete. That's Taylor. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. On the ground with a tight end. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Taylor is in. Touchdown, Commanders. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spanned 75 yards. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Well, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this will be taken at the 13. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
126 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. The pass caught by Olave. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 16. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. The partner is still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Giants are going to get the football back.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No, 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 no. Murray now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Murray now. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taking it about the 36. Pushes him over. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Olave holds it in. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jonathan Taylor
with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31.
And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From the 6. And he returns this to the 22. And New York set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. First down, Murray. Sets up the screen to Robinson. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. Now Murray.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 38. It's complete to Robinson.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Flush to his right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Murray now to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Second down and a run by Robinson.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. This whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand.
And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Again, it's Taylor.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 7.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. That's into the hands of Pascal. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Throwing again on second down. Murray got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Throwing on first down is Murray. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. Throwing again, Murray. Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
From the gun, Murray. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. To throw is Murray.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Williams.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Murray. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Murray to air it out again. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Murray.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Murray going to throw. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Again, it'll be Robinson.
And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. A great effort there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
So that drive spans 13 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run.
Takes it at the 7.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Extra point up and through. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Murray now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Johnston. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Murray now. Here's a screen for Robinson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
He finds his man, complete. The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Washington, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.